Monday the 29th of September reflections. First we started off by embodiment, so we had to capture the essence of an animal. So today I was a bit late, so I only did the chicken part. So we had to pick whether we would use the head movement of a chicken, the leg movement of a chicken, or the speed that they walk. So I chose to do the leg movement, which was like they kind of bend their knee, then put their foot down, bend their knee, then put their foot down. So I took that, and that was my element of it. After that, we learned about stage combat. So we learned normal movements like the ducking punch, the punch to the face. So like a uppercut or a jab, a punch to the gut, a hair pull or a shoulder pull, and then a knee to the face or gut. We learn how to do this safely, so there's no physical contact. So there's always an inch from the person's, probably a bit more, from the person's face to the person's fist. If you're doing a hair pull, you have your hand on their head in a fist, and they grab your hand, so it looks like you're pulling their hair, but they actually do all the movement. They push themselves about. You just have to make it look like you're pulling their hair. So it's all very safe movements. We then created short sequences with our fights and performed them. I did mine with Caitlin, and it was really fun because I've never been in a fight, but doing a fight sequence where you don't actually get to hurt people was a lot of fun because I don't like violence very much. We then practiced sword fighting again and just tried to make it more stylistic. So if I was the one attacking, how am I showing I'm attacking? And that sort of stuff. It was really fun, and we got to be quite creative with it and make it our own now. After that, we then did our normal vocal warm-up, which was on the floor, and then our usual standing up vocal practice. We then spoke about what we thought is the Shakespearean voice. So some people said it was a very posh kind of RP voice, but we then learned that it was actually not posh at all, and Shakespeare was not posh. He was very middle class, and he was self-educated, so his accent was quite southern, so it didn't sound posh at all, really. We then watched a video of two people doing it in their normal accent. So one was Scottish and one was very northern, and it just sounded so natural, them saying it, especially the Scottish, because most of their words are shortened anyway, so the Shakespeare fitted the Juliet character who was speaking Scottish very well, and it just seemed like English. It didn't seem like they were speaking Shakespearean. We then practiced a bit of scene work, so we practiced entering our house, how do we enter our house on a normal day? Then on a rainy day, how do we enter if it's late at night and we're past curfew? How do we enter when it's very early in the morning? So we had to think about that. We then did a game where we had 5 chairs and we had 4 people in the group, and we had to carry on a conversation, but we could only speak when we're moving the chair. But the other objective was we had to have an even amount of chairs on each side. Obviously this is very impossible since we have 5 chairs, but it meant someone was constantly always moving to make sure they were speaking, and always at least 2 chairs before one's placed down. This gave us an objective, and it created quite a dynamic scene. After that, we then did written work, and that was the end of Monday.